Subject 501 in test tube 312 vitals seem stable. The subject 501 is a raccoon with albinism. Quite a rare find, if I do say so myself. I just couldn't help experimenting with human DNA. And with our test facility being located in the middle of the woods, it's really hard to find us. What is that? Brain activity seems to have started.
Where am I? What is this place? Why can't I think?
Activate the drug. He shouldn't be active right now. Oh my god, the strength of this specimen. This is out of calculation. He's escaping. Sound the alarm.
I managed to outrun them. But what is this place? It all feels so familiar to me, but I can't quite place it. All I know is, if I'm gonna have to survive in this place, I'll need food and warmth. I see something there. Is that a pig? I'm sorry for what I'm about to do. I've never done this before. But if I can protect my well-being, I'll need substance. It has been many years, and yet I seem to keep the same general look. My hair does seem to grow though, and my tail seems to be able to change size and shape, however. But I've grown accustomed to life in the woods. I made new clothes to get my warmth, and I've been loving my adventure so far here. What's this? If you see this letter, you've been chosen to be a content creator on the platform called YouTube. We will send you over by boat to a country called the Netherlands. You'll have to learn the language and the culture, but we assure your safety. It will be on private ground, and during your travels, you'll be asked to hide your identity with a hat and sunglasses. But rest assured that you will be allowed to show yourself on the internet. No one will know if it is all real. Expect us to arrive by night. Yours truly. I've been looking for another journey, but if it smells fishy, I'll be leaving. I'm very curious what this content creation they are speaking of entails.
Before you get on the boat with us, have you thought of a name for yourself yet?
Yes, I have. Arvin van Washbear.
The Vaughn seems tacky.
Just leave it out then.
Will do, sir.
Is the chat working? Hello guys, Arvin Washbear here. Is anyone up in the chat? It doesn't seem to be. Hello. Ah, yeah, the text works. I had no prior knowledge of how it would work, but it seems to work at least. Is the volume good or is the music too loud? It's good. Okay, that's all that matters at the end. My facial tracking is a bit weird though. If I put it a bit further down, maybe it will have less faults. My body got cut in half, apparently. Let me fix it real quick. It should be fixed right now. So yeah, introduction should be starting right now. So let me switch over to this screen. My full name is Arvin von Washbear. The von seemed tacky, so whether you want to pronounce it or not, it's fully up to you. I don't really do it unless I have to really, you know, put my full name onto papers, because I've been in the country for a while and I've had to adapt to human standards. A lot of paperwork seems to be a thing. But yes, I'm experimented on a raccoon. I am not a human with raccoon DNA. I am a raccoon with human DNA, and I'm not even a normal raccoon. I was born an albino raccoon, so it's quite the thing to have to live through. You instantly learn thoughts like you didn't know as an animal. Bro looks like a Fire Emblem character. Kinda, yeah. But I don't remember Fire Emblem having any animalistic characters. But I could be wrong. I haven't played too many Fire Emblem games, and I've never completed one, so it's kinda what you kinda expect. But yes, my human age is 26. My raccoon age, I don't know. I just woke up in some random tank in a laboratory, so it's you kinda have to deal with the cards you're given. So I'm sorry I can't really confirm my raccoon age. I can confirm my height though, which is 6'1", which I heard in America is like the baseline of acceptable human beings. So I think I lucked out in that regard. My favorite color used to be green because I loved nature, but as I've grown more accustomed to the world of humans, where technology is a thing, royal blue seemed to be more my speed, which coincides with my clothes, so it's a match made in heaven, what can I say? And something else that I really liked, which I mean I kind of had to do to survive as I escaped the laboratory, is eating meat. My first meat was pig meat, so if I had to be more specific than just meat, pig meat would be my favorite, though I do feel guilt. Should we move on to the likes and dislikes? Because it seems like I listed quite a bunch of things. As you can tell, graphic design is my passion. It looks amazing. You would think this is done in paint, but it's not. Someone likes. I like adventure and platforming games. What can I say? It's the simple things in life. I enjoy the video games how I lived my life. So adventuring was quite a bit part of it. So I don't know why I keep winking. I'm not winking really. I guess I just have something in my eye. But yes, I like adventure platform games, but I don't like competitive FPS shooters. I'll play them with friends, but in my own time, it's not the game type that I just turn on, you know. I don't know if it's the same for like single player FPS games, because I've played some and some can be nice, but yeah, I tend to go for more simplistic type of games. Even though sometimes they can still turn out pretty difficult, and I basically just leave it hanging. It's no surprise, but I like anime and manga. Although I'm more of an anime person than a manga, I have been dabbling into manga and I've been physically owning them. But I'm a pretty slow reader, so it takes a while to really complete anything worthwhile. So it's quite a journey. A lot of things have not gotten animes, but most of the manga that I read online, they do have animes now. So I saw those. They're pretty average adaptations most of the time. So you kind of just learn to accept that most manga is gonna be superior anyways. Though Chainsaw Man right now is pretty good. Well, there's also no surprise that I love art. I mean, who doesn't? I mean, I don't like modern art, like the art in museums. I don't think that's art, but I do at the same time think, well, it's a drawing, so it is art. But I don't think it's art like in the sense that, oh, I appreciate it a lot. Like some people just put a mop on the wall and they are like, this is art. And I don't think that's art at all. I think art takes much longer to make. Of course, people can draw art in a little amount of time. Though I appreciate when it's given more extra time. Of course, I like food. Although it has to be food that I actually enjoy, because despite me liking food, I'm very picky, although I'm less picky now than I was when I was younger. I was quite a bit picky. Not with meat though. As long as meat didn't have like any weird sauce in it, or like peanut butter and shit in it. Oh, can I curse on this platform? But if it didn't have any of that stuff in it, it was generally good. It's sometimes I bought meat thinking it was one kind of meat, but then I ate it and it was filled with weird stuff. So yeah, don't do that to meat. The only meat that cordon bleu is what it's called. I don't think that's the right pronunciation, but I could be right. But that one's like barely meat, like there's ham and cheese in it, but like the outside it's more like bread-ish things. So it's good stuff. It's also the most cheapest meat you can buy because it's barely any meat. Which is good. That's the only one thing that you said good? Nice. Also, the chat seems to work here now too. I said it the French way. I mean, I'm from the Netherlands, so that's to be that way. Another thing I like is traveling and adventuring. I have sadly not left the country, like this country, the Netherlands. But I plan to. I really want to see more of the world, but I'm kind of limited in my means of transportation, and if I want to take the plane, it's gonna be a bit of a process. I mean, but it's something I do plan to do eventually and get over my fear of planes. Well, let's move over to Japanese culture. I mean, I also enjoy the Japanese language, and I hope to do some streams where I'm like teaching, or rather learning, not teaching. I can't teach what I haven't learned. But I plan to learn Japanese on stream on some occasions. Though it can be pretty boring to watch lately, but it's something to keep myself busy and to keep the streams going. But yes, I also plan to travel there sometimes because it's finally open right now, and I want to go eventually. But it's a pricey endeavor, so it might have to wait a while. But it is one of my dreams. It's definitely one of the dreams that I've written up as a child. And the culture, of course, I love it. I don't think it's just about anime, manga, and music. I just think it's about the general country. Like, I like the landscapes of it. And if my Japanese gets a bit better, I hope to travel like outside of Tokyo, because there's more to a country than their main streets, like the main city. It's like, wow, the Netherlands is so good. Where have you been? Only in Amsterdam. Amsterdam is like barely the Netherlands. There's so many more areas that don't look like Amsterdam at all. Amsterdam also stinks. It's bad and it has the worst people out of the entire country. So yeah, I recommend if you go to the Netherlands, go more like in the top right corner of the country, because there's, even though it's like, yeah, it is more countryside, there is still plenty of things to see. Oh yeah, and of course I like being a part of something with others and being helpful to others when I can. That gives me a good feeling in life. Even though there's not many opportunities where I actually can be helpful to others, when I do seem to be helpful to others, I enjoy that feeling. It's not like an ego boost, it's just I did something good, like worthwhile. So yeah, I love doing that. And being a part of something with others, it's just always good. Even if it's like a game that I don't like, if you play it with friends, you can always make something fun out of something you generally don't like. Unless it's like really uncomfortable stuff, you know? Don't do that. Don't do things outside your comfortable area, like your bubble. At least to a healthy degree. And let's move over to the dislikes. I already talked about competitive games not being like one of my things. I'll play it sometimes with friends, but generally not a fan. I think this one is not too like out of the box, but unwarranted touching, it's like makes sense, right? Like you don't immediately move to someone like close to them and then touch them. There's some people that are very like touchy-feely even when they just meet someone. But I am generally like, it takes time for me to just, you know, hug someone and stuff. Like it's like I need my safe space for a little bit, you know? It's something that I think everyone probably would agree with, unless you're like very like social, like not socially inept. But I am, so I am socially inept. I have social anxiety and stuff, so it's quite a bit difficult for me to do that. I can easily hug family members or stuff. But even with friends, it's probably gonna be difficult. But I know it's inevitably gonna happen. I already like said that I would hug my friends if I saw them IRL. So it's already in the deal. Like I kind of already know what to expect, but I already know it's gonna be like a bit awkward because I'm not a touchy-feely person right from the get-go. I remember the first time I met one of my friends online. They hug. I mean, can you even call it a hug? It's they were basically tackling me, expecting me to like not fall, and I fell on the ground, and immediately the whole mood was broken. Even though like I wasn't expecting it, and apparently it was normal on that side of the country, but I'm not a city boy, so it was quite a wild thing for me to experience. Falling on the ground at a train station. It's it doesn't happen all the time. And then we have the other one, and that's mean and judgeful people. It's just something that I tend to dislike. My father in the Netherlands, since you know, I lived in the woods after I escaped the laboratory, but when I was picked up and brought to the country of the Netherlands, I was brought up by this father figure, and he, what can I say? He says things that I don't agree with, but he's a good guy. He took me in after all. But yes, he could do with a bit of self-improvement. But we're not here to discuss that. We're just saying that we don't like when people are mean or judgeful in unrealistic scenarios. Like, you can disagree with people, that's totally fine. You can disagree with certain political stuff, but political stuff in general, I don't want to be a thing on this channel or in this chat at all. No drama either. I would really appreciate that. So yeah, just keep it nice, everyone. Don't, you know, say stuff that you shouldn't be saying. Just let people be. And another thing on the list of dislikes is the lab I came from. I don't think I have to explain that since the intro video, what happened there. It wasn't a good thing. It was not a nice time. Imagine just suddenly waking up in a tube filled with some kind of substance. It's not quite comfortable. And I think the last dislikes is the Dutch language and culture. Despite having lived here for quite a bit now, I don't like the language. It's probably very like articulate in the way that you can explain things very well, but songs suffer from this. I mean, even if we had a good sounding language, our producers here, they don't seem to know what modern music is. They still sound like music from the 90s. It's generally just not a good thing. And the culture here, like, there's some culturally insensitive things about this country that I'm like, they can go away. But not everyone agrees with it because of cultural, what's it called? Not appropriation, like preserving culture. But yeah, like Black Pete, I'm not a big fan of that. I've never really liked that. To be fair, I thought they were scary. But then I saw the French equivalent, and that I don't know what's more scary. The French equivalent of that of Black Pete seems more horror-esque, even though it isn't, I think. But yeah, that I'm not a big fan of the culture here. The people here can be pretty judgeful, pretty mean, and pretty backwards. And that for a country that legalized gay marriage in like 2000, like the first country to legalize it, they're still very judgmental. And yes, there we also. I mean, I speak Dutch. That's the language I speak. That's not Deutsch, which means German. I've been told. But yes, no, I don't speak German. Ich spreche keine Deutsch. That's all I can pretty much say. I always say that to all the German people that like don't speak English. Which apparently there's a lot of German people that don't speak English. I guess when your country's that big, it's like, yeah, we don't really give a damn. But yes, I have a preference for English even at home. So it is the language that it feels closest to me personally, and I've been judged for saying that because I live in a country where English is not an official language. You can really only speak Dutch or Frisian here, which is Frisian is a language that doesn't really matter that much because even despite it not being a dialect and actually being a language, it's only spoken by one of the 12 provinces in this country. So it's like, do you really want to learn a language that your neighbors use? No. And even then, I don't speak any dialects, despite having a dialect accent myself. Which makes having to interact with my neighbors quite awkward. They sometimes don't speak regular Dutch, like what we call ABN, which means ABN, which means what is it translated into English? Like a generic Dutch accent, something like that. It's like the go-to, just like the city accent in America is like, I think Florida accent or New York accent. I think that's probably what it means. But yeah, that's pretty much what that is. And now I want to move over to something else, which is the credits. The model, and I'm gonna break character a bit here, but Shiroko-san is the one that made my model and my rig. So I think in terms of like VTubing stuff, that means she's my mama. I don't know if that means like, I don't know if it specifically has to be gendered, but there's like mama and papa as terms for like creating characters and other stuff. But yeah, Shiroko-san did an amazing job, and especially for the money, she did an amazing job because usually you really can't expect this type of level of work for this price ratio, but it's amazing. There's like a lot of tiers that she does, so I highly recommend if you're starting to VTube to go to Shiroko-san, her Twitter, and I believe she's also a VTuber herself, so check her out on Twitch too. And tell her I sent you guys there. And yeah, that's all I can really say. Thank you for making me, Shiroko-san, and I'll be using this for a good time. For a good long time, I mean. Not for a good time. I screwed up. That sounded so wrong. But yeah, the character design, even though I kind of made it roughly, like, I made a terrible drawing. I don't even have the drawing for it anymore, but Arvin New Yorker, man, like, he made it look so much better. You see it on my profile picture on YouTube and on Twitter, I believe. There you can see pretty much the entire model too. As you can see, my character right now, it's half body, it's not a full body, so I felt like, you know, you guys don't see my full body right from the get-go. It doesn't make sense to have that as your first purchase, so it is what it is. Also, this song that you keep hearing now, it's custom made for me by Kutabire. Wait, I thought I deleted that thing that says internet on it. I was so stupid thinking like, oh, this probably means his name in Japanese. No, it doesn't. It just says internet in katakana. and I removed that. I'm pretty sure I did, but and it showed up on OBS that it was gone. And now I started streaming, and the image is back to saying internet. Interneto is what it says. I'm so stupid. I checked beforehand. I checked yesterday, and it was wow. I truly screwed up there, didn't I? The chat, does the chat work here as well? Can you check that for me, Olivia? Because there should be a chat on the right of me, and it should work, but I have no way to test. Oh, that's really small. I mean, at least it works. You don't see it? It's on the right. Or are you watching on your phone? Because then it might be pretty small, right? Oh, never mind, I'm blind. I'm trying to make it a little bit bigger, but I don't know. Oi, stroopwafel. I'm sorry for the messy chat right now. It's a work in progress. Oh, I didn't mean to show that just yet, but I guess it's no surprise. This is my full character on the left, which is the drawing from 2 years ago. So it's been a long time coming since I was gonna stream. But anyways, my streaming schedule for the upcoming week will be like this. Right now it's my debut, but tomorrow we're gonna play some Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Thursday we're gonna be playing some Destroy. I just realized the chat is probably still in the wrong spot, but it miraculously is in between the schedule. So you can still read it. And I don't have too much chat going on right now, so it's looking quite nice. Thursday we have Destroy All Humans. I've been wanting to play that game, and it's on Xbox Game Pass now, so it's a game I'm definitely gonna be playing that. On Friday we play No Man's Sky. It's a game that I've played before a little bit, but I was glitched out and couldn't see missions, so eventually I just started walking. Anyways, I started walking. And then Saturday we have Persona 5 Royal. I played quite a fair bit of the original PS4 game of Persona 5, but then stuff got too busy, and when I got back to it I completely forgot where I was. So it's definitely a game you have to play consistently. At least I do, or else I just forget where I am. And finally on Sunday we will be playing Dragon Quest XI, which is quite the adventure game. I mean, Legend of Zelda already is, but Dragon Quest XI, I've played the intro of it so many times, and then I just stopped playing, so I definitely want to use my streaming abilities to its fullest to play games that I've wanted to play, but I just, forget to do consistently and then forget all about it, and these are quite important games. So this streaming schedule will probably be the same every week. I literally thought you were scheduling a purge for Nah, not yet. That's not ready yet. I know I come from a laboratory, but that doesn't mean I got all the secret, like, destroy the world stuff from that laboratory with me. Doesn't seem quite logical for me to do after escaping it, because it doesn't seem like a good thing to keep with you at all times for years. For now, though, we don't have any games planned for today, but interacting with chat for today should be enough for a debut. Debuts aren't always that long, but I can try to make it longer. How is the music to you, Shuri? Olivia said it sounded good, but I'm not sure. Like, the more the merrier, the more people that can say it's good, the better that is. Because not everyone has the same ears, Some people find something a bit more bothersome than other people. Oh yeah, we can also test if my my two emotes work, which is angry and also can be sad. Oh, I'm not winking, by the way. Why does it wink? Why does it wink? I'm trying to look sad. There we go. And also can be insane, psychotic. It's hard to do these facial emotes because my bangs seem to be blocking the camera, so it's not the easiest thing to do. Also, if you're wondering why it has weird times with the streaming schedule, like 8 minutes past 8, it's because I study before that, and I usually want to have some time free, so those 8 minutes will have to suffice. And I'm sorry, it's gonna make the stream time look a bit janky, but at least I'll be able to stream. I also hope to likely make Monday, because right now it says offline because yesterday I wasn't debuting, so it's been offline since then. But I want to stream every day, so Monday will likely become near replicant, not near automata, but near replicant, because that's the prequel, and it's a game where I played the first 10 minutes of. It's really cool, but I believe it's gonna be pretty difficult. For any of these games where I get lost and can't get further, expect me to drop them by the point where I keep being in the same spot for hours, or rather days. Because that's when it starts to become boring for you guys, it becomes boring for me because I can't progress. That's why I haven't put... My wife has pooped for a minute of... My Wi-Fi has pooped for a minute of 36. What do you mean? Like, like, is your internet going out for a minute and 36 seconds or 36 minutes? Is it good now, or was it bad before? Or is it still bad right now? Oh, you mean the music audio is good. Good to hear. Homeboy having casual winking spasm. Yeah, I don't know why it does that, but when I actually try to wink, it doesn't like wink. See, when I wink, it does this. Well, it does it better now than it did before. I'm winking right now, my eyes are both closed on the camera, so it's not exactly a foolproof thing. Might just be that my camera has not the good resolution, but once I eventually get an iPhone, the tracking should be a lot better, especially the mouth, because the mouth is pretty bad on webcam. Though it works for now, it still feels like the mouth is always open. Even when my mouth is like a little bit open. So it's not great. Because Wi-Fi does yeet when I'm in a tunnel traveling and stuff. Oh, you're in a tunnel? What? You're in on the bus or train? Feels weird to ask a question and only expect an answer like, I think 2 minutes later. Makes stuff hard, even though it's like on, it's on the lowest delay that is possible, which makes the quality of the video a bit worse, but I mean, it's the best. Train sucks though, it's a long ride. I love trains, by the way. Trains are probably my favorite means of transport, but I think that's probably also because trains are rare here. Like, there's no trains in my area at all. They're building a train station, but they've been building that for like 4 or 5 years now. Actually, scratch that. I think they've been building it for 7 years right now, and it's still not done. It doesn't even go to a place where I want to go. Like, at least it will go from one station that I can probably use to go to another station, but I'm pretty sure it's limiting in that regard. The closest train station to me, at least, is the one in Assen. Ah yes, same country, different development stages. I hear. Gevalletje Noord-Zuidlijn. Oh yeah, when the one thing that happened to me not too long ago, well, I think it happened a bit long ago, but like, I think a bit about a month ago, I was in a train and there was a tree fell over on the train, not on the train itself, but like on the railroad. So we had to wait, even though we were like right at the end. Like, if we were able to just get out and climb over the thingy, that'd be amazing, but I can see why that wasn't allowed. But yeah, we had to wait for I think 15 to 20 minutes. I also had to share like a sitting point next to someone else, which with my social anxiety, that's not the greatest. Sitting next to a random person, but at least I asked, like, does it bother you if I sit next to you? Like, I don't just sit next to someone without at least asking, you know? Some people just do that. They just sit whenever they want and sit next to you without any issues. But I like to ask. That was a metro line which took literal years to fit. Oh, what you know what that line is a metro line that took literal years to finish. We love forced socializing. I mean, it's not like we spoke to each other. We just that's all I asked, and then I was just minding my business next to him. Though I was very adamant about not opening Twitter. Because you never know what happens on Twitter, you know? You never know what gets shared on your timeline, so definitely didn't want to risk it. So I just spoke to Olivia and my other friend on Snapchat. But yeah, when people just forcibly like talk to you, it's not a good thing for me, but I mean, in America, people love that. They just love randomly talking to strangers, and some Dutch people are also like this, but most Dutch people that I know in this regard, like in this area, they're not the most like, oh, let's have a talk. Though my neighbors definitely have a friend group that they just talk to outside their house, so... something sometimes you hear that, but it's mostly old folks like that. But I don't think the new generation is much like that. My place is pretty much dead at night, so I could drive on the car road with my electric scooter, and no police would mind, and I could just drive on the road with no car in sight. So there's benefits to it. There's benefits to this place being dead at night. Because there's nothing to do here. And nowhere to travel, because right now there's so much things being worked on. I always thought you were an extrovert with like some bits of introvert, but mostly still extrovert. I mean, you kind of had to, because, you know, where you live, you kind of are forced to be an extrovert, otherwise you don't really survive in that environment. But I'm pretty lucky to not have to socialize much. Though it's not like I hate socializing, I'm just bad at it. It was like a super long Sailor Moon transformation. Kinda, yeah. Like a true magical girl transformation, but like the opposite way. Like, I'm transforming into something I don't want. It's like a Pokemon evolution where you try to press B to not let it evolve, and it still evolves. But instead of a magical girl, I became a nuisance. Nah, not really. Although you do say a lot of like, you announce a lot of bad news all the time when you become active again in the Discord. It's like, hello guys, I'm back and I've come with bad news. One of these days, we'll have you back with good news. One of these days, but we can't hope too much. I mean, after all, you live in the city. It's me and the problem. And the problems follow you too. It's like a double-edged thing. Let's see if I can give a bit of a sneak peek of what my life template looks like. So this is what the template looks like here, and there's the newest sub. It says Kazuki-kun is the newest subscriber, but I'm like almost pretty sure there's more subscribers that are newer that follow, but like it doesn't appear in my mini feed. So if it doesn't appear in my mini feed, does it really happen? I don't think so. I think this is probably a better spot for me to be in. I don't know if it appears when you are up in newest sub feed. I don't know if you're subscribed at all, Shiori. I think you are. I study and things are just... But I'll be back soon with good stuff. And enjoying your streams. I'm enjoying your stream, so good luck. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it, even though oh, you are subscribed, but it doesn't appear on the feed apparently. Even though I have seen that I got 3 subscribers, so I'm pretty sure you're one of them. But yeah, it's quite bugged out, I think. There's so many bugs to kink out at over time. But yeah, this is the template that my good friend Glide drew for me. So credit where credit is due. He's also a streamer. I should have probably linked him his credits somewhere. But I think you can listen to me while I say I think his Twitch is glide.exe or glide.exe. But he streams on Twitch mainly, but I refuse to stream on Twitch personally because I'm not a big fan of the platform at all. I know it's probably easier to grow there. I just don't agree with Twitch. Even more so than I don't agree with YouTube. But out of the two, I would rather choose YouTube. But yeah, as you can see, there's probably like a tiny bit of screen left, and when I'm playing games, a lot of things are gonna be cut out of the frame because of the wooden planks. I'm sorry, I had to DIY it. Glide helped me build it. I left some potions on the shelf, which might block your screen a bit, but I don't think that's, the end of the world. I also lost my sword, and I used it to put up the chat on a piece of paper. So there's benefits to that. I think it sticks better than glue. So yeah, that's a good thing. Also, there's the amount of watchers I have is in the top right here, or rather the top right of my face. And that's about it. It's a pretty simple layout, but it works. It does its job. When there's games on this screen right here, there's gonna be at least something to watch in a more energetic way that feels more personal. I don't know if this is ever gonna be changed. I think eventually this will probably be a little bit more modernized, but for now, I enjoy this. But no games for today, so it's gonna be my stream's gonna be ending pretty soon for now. This was just a debut. Tomorrow it's actually where I'm gonna be playing Link's Awakening on the Nintendo Switch. Hopefully that won't have any issues, because Elgato has done me wrong in the past. But I can probably fix that beforehand, before that even happens. So let's just hope everything's gonna be fine, and that will be the end of that. But for now, I don't have anything special. It's just me being me, doing me things. And now we are pretty much at the end of the debut stream, because I didn't want to make it too long. I think it's already been past an hour, though honestly I've probably been only speaking for a little less than an hour because there's been a lot of static at the start because nobody was joining. But at least I managed to get like free viewers top in the stream. So hopefully when I'm actually playing video games, it's gonna be a little bit easier to talk over things and to actually, interact. And hopefully my phone by then isn't like at 10%, because right now my phone is almost dead. I keep looking down on it, and it's hard to see chat that way. So when playing a game, it would not be possible today. But I'm glad you guys managed to get here on my debut, and hopefully when I actually stream for many hours playing video games, you will also be there to watch it, though I understand if you have like more important matters to attend. It's kind of logical, So thank you for watching the stream, and till tomorrow.